Hey guys, sorry about that. That was my roof. I hit the live button a little bit too soon. So anyway, I know it's not Thursday night, and I know I'm breaking the rules with going live right now, but you know what? I have a big bin of stuff that I want to work through, and play with, and stuff that I need to do on screen and things like that. And so I thought, hey, what the heck? Let's just break the rules. And yeah, I'm going to come on Thursday nights live, but if I want to come on Facebook Live whenever I want, I should be able to. You know what I mean? So anyway, if you can join me, welcome, and thank you for coming. If you're on playback, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Today I'm just going to be playing in my art journal. This is, I haven't done the front yet. This is the Dina Wakley Mixed Media Art Journal. It's her little 6x6. It was released at Creativation, and I absolutely love it. I'm not an art journal, I don't like specialize in it or anything. I just really enjoy it. So I thought I would play in it today. These are some that I have done. Some of them I've done on my YouTube channel, and some of them I've done on my own. But I would like to definitely get to playing it a couple times a week. And the first thing that I do is I did take some white gesso. This is the white gesso that I used, put it on a palette knife, and just gessoed up the edges of I gessoed the paper. Sorry, I am trying to get the better light. I don't like that shadow that's right there. So let me see if I can't kind of fix that a little bit. Not really. Oh well. All right, so we'll just have to work with it. Anyway, I am going to be using a combination of Dina Wakley stuff and then also some Jane Davenport stuff. And let's just get started. No rhyme, no reason. I'm going to be painting on some colors just with my palette knife. And I'm just going to do first, I'm going to start with my lightest, which is going to be my lemon, and just get some color down and see what we can just come up with on this. So I just like to apply directly to the paper. And since I gessoed it, it does take a little bit better. And if I didn't want it so bright, I could go ahead and just use a little bit of water, but I kind of like that. So I'm going to leave it like that, hit it with some water, hit it with some heat. And as it dries, it does become permanent, and you don't have to worry too much about your colors mixing together because it's like a plastic. So it's not completely dry, but dry enough. I am respecting that color family with this, so I am using some warm colors on this page. This is just the tangerine. Again, it's the acrylic by Dina Wakley. I just love her paint. And I'm just gonna switch it over. And I'm just opting not to use a brush tonight for really no rhyme or reason, just because I kind of can, Sometimes it's just fun to play. So let me hit that with a little bit of a heat gun, and then I'm gonna do some collaging on it. I do some collaging, I want to add some of this gilt. It's like a gold, and it's really fluid. It's quite lovely. Pick up a different kind of palette knife on this one. So as you can see, I definitely am going with the warm colors here. And then I have some of this collage paper that is from Dina Wakley. Oh, I missed a comment. I'm so sorry. From Dina Wakley. It's out of her collage sheets. So I am going to collage that down, and I'm going to use some ultra thick medium gel to do so. You don't need the ultra thick since it is a tissue paper. However, it's the only thing I have right at my fingertips, and it works just fine. The ultra thick gel medium is really wonderful for your heavy collage stuff. So it works really nice if you want to put cardstock down or something like that. But otherwise, you really could get away with just using something that's a regular gel medium. You don't have to use a heavy gel medium on this. And I'm going to cover my page with the gel medium simply because I am going to be doing a lot of layering on this. So I'm just using that palette knife again. I prefer to use my palette knife when I am laying down gel medium, just because the brushes can get ruined if you don't wash it too quick enough. So I prefer just to do it like this. And I put a layer on to attach it, and then I go over it again to seal it. And I actually have some more of this that I ordered because I really, really like it quite a bit. So I'm just going to take and just lay down some pieces just in some random areas. And since I do have that color underneath, some of it is going to shine through, which is kind of cool. And again, I'm just going over that with some more of my put this one down over here. And it's okay if it looks like a hot mess right now. We're playing. This is Art Experimenting 101. And I'm just going to take and tear that off down there. And then this is the fun part. So I'm going to save this for later. Look at this, you guys, some Jane Davenport. They're really napkins. They're printed on napkins. And I thought that they were so cool, especially the ones on the bottom. So I thought that would be fun just to layer this on as well. And then we'll use, I'm thinking I'm going to use the Scribble Sticks over it, but I may change my mind. So you want to, though, it comes with like the bottom and the top, so you want to peel off that bottom portion of the napkin, because otherwise you will end up with a kind of a mess. You won't be able to see through it as nicely. So I'm just going to take really like that one right there. So I'm going to take her and just, again, I'm just going to collage her on. with that same, and since this is like almost like it's a napkin, it's super thin tissue paper, even thinner than the collage paper. So I'm gonna be a little bit careful as to not tear her, but I do want to make sure that I have her sealed. And that's the one thing that I do like about this gel medium, the heavy duty, is it seals and it attaches, and it just leaves like a really cool effect. And then I really like the little gal up here with the kind of like the crazy hair. So I'm going to take, and I'm just tearing, and I can definitely hold, you can't see that I'm off screen, sorry. I'm all excited. Can you tell by how weird my voice is right now? I'm like, oh, this is so much fun. Okay, so this one is going to go up here, and I'm going to save the rest of that, it's a napkin. I mean, I don't know what she calls it, but it's a napkin. It's a decorative napkin. So if you have like decorative napkins, you know how you can find like really pretty ones at the Dollar Tree or whatever after the holidays? You could totally do this. Just want to, if it's 2 layers, you want to, and they always are, you just want to make sure that you remove that top layer, and then you can just collage it right into, and see how I pulled off that other person's face? Whoops, because I got too rough. That's okay. She wasn't important in my collage, so I'll just continue to remove her. Oops. That's all right. Live and learn. Okay, that's kind of cool though. All right, so there she is. And all right, so I think that's a fairly good covering. I want to make sure that the top is nice and covered. She has a spot right there that's not covered. So this also seals it in, so we can color on top of her. So fun. All right, I'm going to, so I do have leftover pieces from this collage sheet. Like this is a leftover, this is a leftover, and I can totally save those pieces, but you just want to make sure that when you open these up that you do remove this bottom piece that's attached to it. And you can even save these bottom pieces, make your own design on them, and then adhere them into your art journal as well for even just some cool texture. I mean, wouldn't that be just so cool just to have that texture? All right, so I'm going to hit it with a heat gun. Sorry, it's live. I gotta hit it with a heat gun. Oh, thank you, Tamra. I'm having fun. We're just playing tonight. Okay, so I'm just going to set this up with the heat gun a little bit so that we can go ahead and start to color with our Scribble Sticks on top of it. Because we've already laid down some color with our paints in lemon and tangerine and gilt. So we're just going to... This is the longest part of the process, waiting for our gel to dry. And I have some sentiments that I want to use as well, which will be fun. So I'm just, like I said, I know that I'm supposed to come on Thursday nights, but I'm never going to work through all of my bin of craft stuff if I only come on live on Thursday nights. And sometimes I want to come on and play. And it's just so easy for me to put my my video camera going. I mean, why not? You know? So, and art journaling is so much fun. You never know what you're going to get. Almost dry enough to be able to layer on some of the Scribble Sticks. And you guys, I have not played with Scribble Sticks much, so I'm going to try to do a direct application. If that doesn't work, then I'll try to wet it. So we're going to see what happens here. If you have any suggestions on how to use Scribble Sticks on this page, please leave them in the comments or tell me now. A little bit wet to the touch. I'm assuming that I need to have most of this dry before I start to play with my Scribble Sticks on it. That right there is a little wet. I like how it's come together so far though. I think it looks pretty cool. The boring part of it all. Waiting for it to dry. Alright, I'm gonna try. Okay, so I do have some Scribble Sticks, and I'm thinking that I'm just gonna mimic the colors that I've already done, which is going to be a lemon and then the tangerine. And I might pull in the black as well, just to give it a little bit of something extra. And I do have ruby that I might pull in too. I'm not sure though. Yeah, let's see. So I want to see if I can just go ahead and scribble on this. And yeah, okay, so it totally does take. Now, a Scribble Stick, you guys, if you're not familiar, and I'm not really all that familiar with it, is basically it is a pigmented stick. It is not a crayon. A crayon has wax in it, and this is just a highly pigmented stick that you can scribble on, and then you can also use water on as well. So it's pretty freaking cool, and I really love how that is applying over that napkin. Okay, so the texture of that napkin was this. I mean, it was a napkin, okay? And over that gel medium, it is this ultra thick gel medium. Woo, it is nice. That's awesome. Not tearing, nothing. I love it. So I'm gonna put some red down in her little band right here. And then over here, okay, this is gonna be fun. Let me do some tangerine up here. And I might even like take a paintbrush and just dip it in some water, you know, and loosen up these lines a little bit. That's gonna be fun. Okay, so I'm just gonna do some tangerine on this. Then I'll put in some lemon. I love how that color kind of shows through on the underside as well. How fun is that? And then let me do lemon over here. Lemon. So I'm not like trying to stay on the lines. I'm not trying to be perfect or anything. And then I think I want to do some ruby red. I would put some blackberry on this, but I'm concerned that since the blackberry is purple, if I put it on, it will turn to brown if I get it wet. So I might add that in on some of the dots. But this is so fun. I really like these Scribble Sticks for this. I've never done this before in my journal. Never done art like this, so I am going to take and just wet that out a little bit. But over here, let me go ahead and just do something kind of fun with her. Love the hair. I have a thing for hair and faces. I don't know, it's always kind of been the case with me. I'm going to just scribble this on. I cannot believe that this was a napkin that was so fragile, and now I am literally, I'm rubbing pretty hard on it and it's totally holding up. It's awesome. Okay, and then we just take some of this. So this is the lemon again. Just gonna do the lemon on this. Wow, that is so cool. I'll do some lemon right there. Let me do some ruby off down here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna take my paintbrush that I have right here, And I want to see what happens if I try to wet it and pull some color through. So I'm going to spray off to the side. I'm going to start on my yellow first. And, ooh, it creates a watercolor effect. So I'm just going to pull that lemon through. I love how I don't even have to really be careful. I mean, it is holding up absolutely perfect. Okay, so now let me go through and I can pull that through, that tangerine. So that really loosens that color up and it's still vibrant and gorgeous. Okay, and then let me do the ruby red, right like so. You guys, I still don't have, I have quotes for this, but I'm just totally plain. I don't have any rhyme or reason to what I'm doing right now. I'm just having fun. Oh, see, look how pretty that is, just on the gessoed paper itself. And this paper I love, it's super thick. So part of that's gessoed and part of it's not. I don't think all that was gessoed. What a cool effect. Okay. Really pretty watercolor effect. Okay, so I'm going to take and rinse that off a little bit. And I love the blackberry color, so I'm just gonna take and just fill in some of these spots with the blackberry color. I don't know, I just love it. I love that color. And then not as vibrant as the paint. Okay. All right, let me hit it with the heat and then I'm gonna put on my sentiments. Pretty cool, this is fun. Okay, so the sentiments that I have, when I looked at this, I thought, wow, her hair is so weird. And it's just so not perfect. And so I found this. Too much perfection is a mistake. And then the other one is embrace the weirdness. So I want to do embrace the weirdness on this page. And then too much perfection is a mistake over here. I may need to tear this down though. And I'm going to have to definitely like get a nice layer of color under it so that it pops, but it's black, so I need to make sure that I use a lighter color. And I'm thinking that my best option, since I did some ruby red on this, is to go ahead and just do the base in ruby red, and then I'll circle it with my black gel, with maybe my black, or maybe should I do black night? I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. All right, so first things first, I got to get that laid out. And so I need to paint where I want it to go. And I'm thinking that for this one, I want it to go like down there by her, embrace the weirdness. So I'm just going to, this time I'm going to paint off. So I'm just going to lay some of that out like so. And of course, the paintbrush that I need is not right in front of me because that would be too easy. That's okay. We'll just do it this way. And I want it to go about there. So I'm just going to paint where my collage sheet will go. Yeah, that looks about right. And then for this one, I'm going to do, let me tear this up. Okay, so too much. Perfection is a mistake. All right, so let me move that over here just so I can have kind of a visual representation of where it's going to go. And again, I'm just going to lay out some red to make sure that it really pops. Right, there's this one. All right. And then I can just take and clean off the brush on the page. Because that's how I roll. I just clean the brush off on the page. Okay, there we go. All right, let me set those aside while I hit this with the heat gun, and then we will gel that on there like we did the other collage sheets. So get this out again, and I'm just going to there, and that red under it just makes it so you can see it, and it's not, you know, right on top of the other collage sheet. This one down here. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. Like I said, sometimes I just want to play, and you know, we have all these stupid rules that we set on ourselves about how, you know, you have to stick to your schedule time on you know, Facebook, and you can't deviate from that. And it's like so dumb. Like, who's gonna care? Nobody cares. You want to play, play. All right, so let me do this one down here. Thank you, Tamara. I'm loving it too. It's always fun because you never know what you're gonna get. Tamara just said that she thinks it's really cool how this is all turning out, and I'm like, yeah, I really wasn't. You know, you don't really ever know what you're gonna get until you start to play. I have to tell you though, this journal is epically cool. The pages on it are super nice. It's like a really nice heavy duty cotton watercolor type paper. I can't get over it. It's so awesome. All right, so let me hit that with a heat gun, and then I'm going to go ahead and just do some scribble sticks on the title. And I think that you never do know, that's true. I think that it dries fairly quick too, this gel stuff. So I'm pretty impressed. But I want to play with my scribble sticks on the title. I have an idea of what I want to do just to get it to blend in even more. I think that that's dry enough. And I'm gonna try to do the blackberry on it. Let's see if it'll, oh yeah, ooh, that goes really, that applied really, really nice. So I'm just kind of scribbling around it. And yeah, it's not all the way dry, but it's not horrible. And then let's do this right here. I'm left-handed, so I have to flip it all. And I always just like to circle my titles. I need to get more creative with it, but I like it. So I just circle. And that scribble stick is just, it's going on like butter. I mean, that stuff is awesome on top of that collage paper. So cool. Let's see if I can do any up here. Yeah, so it does come through. The blackberry in the paint is really vibrant purple. It's my favorite, actually. And so in the scribble stick, it is not as vibrant, but I really like it. I really am impressed. I've never really played with scribble sticks like this before, and I love how it just layers on absolutely beautifully. It's so pretty. So now I'm just playing. No rhyme, no reason, just playing. All right, so let me go ahead and just pull some of that color through. And I think that, oh, that's so pretty. This one will be pretty much done. I can't think of anything else I want to do to it. I like it. Now I will let this set up overnight open, because even though I can play with it and it's like dry to me, it's not going to be dry to, I can't shut it yet, you know, because it does still need to like really dry thoroughly. But I am going to take some black and just do some splat. So I'm thinking that I'm just going to put some of this scribble stick on my mat, like so, and then take my water bottle maybe and get it to move. And let's see if this works. And I'm going to pick up my splat brush with my black. Let's see if this works. It might be too, oh, that looks like that might be good. And then I'm just going to take and just splat it kind of all over the place. So anyway, I think that that's good. I like it. I like that page. Normally I will not let white sit on a page like this, but I have been watching Gina Wakely's videos, and she is not afraid to use white space. And so I'm like, you know what? That's going to be my creative challenge, is to embrace the white space, not have everything colored. My intention, like when I did this, was to do all that color and then the edges white, but I couldn't leave it alone. So I ended up with a bunch of, it's beautiful, but there's no white space on it. And then same thing with this. I go crazy with hair. I just love it. So no white space again. No white space again. No white space again. So I'm going to utilize and just leave that white alone. And even on this one, I had every intention of doing white, and I just couldn't. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to walk away from it and leave it alone. Oh, the other thing I wanted to tell you is, if you guys are having a hard time with your art journal pages sticking together, take one of these pouches after it's dried. I can't do it right now on this because it's still wet. And it's basically a powder pouch. It's the same tool that you use when you want to get a subject ready to stamp. You use this and it pulls up the moisture, and it does the same thing with this. So all you have to do is just go over it, and it will leave a powder, and then your pages won't stick, which can sometimes happen when you are working with paint or like those drops or stickles. I will not use stickles in my Journal the Nuvo drops, actually, the dewdrops, because they always stick. So I like to just do this after I'm done the next morning. So tomorrow morning I'll come in and just run this over this page, and then it won't stick. So that's a way that you can deal with it. If you're still having a problem with it, I know that I have some stuff where I've done some dimensional paint in my journals and it sticks together. What you can do at that point is put a piece of wax paper between the pages, and that will keep it from sticking. But honestly, I just let them stick and pull, and I say, oh, the tidbits I'm using, oh, thank you, Camille. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. She said she just started an art journal and she really enjoyed watching this. So thank you so much. So whenever I have pieces that stick together, I mean, let me see if I can't find one. This is an art journal that I have right now that's in use. I created the background pages on it. And I have in here, I know that I have at least, like this one sticks, okay? This is Mod Podged, and there's Mod Podge in your journal. I don't recommend it. It doesn't work well. So what you want to do with this is I probably would want to put a piece of wax paper, and then that'll keep it from sticking. But you know, the wax paper slips out and people handle it and whatnot. So I just let it stick. And if it tears apart, I just consider it part of the art in the journal. But I'm trying to think if I have other pages like that. I thought I did. These are all background pages. This one, see, this one has some glitter on it, and also some of that sparkly stickles down here. No, actually this is Nuvo. Nuvo drops, those dewdrops stick horribly, and so there's really nothing you can do with that. This might work on it, but it's not good to use this on glitter. But see, I have some paper that pulled up, and I just say it's part of the journey. It's part of the process. So don't despair if you have pages that are sticking together and your art is getting ripped up like this one. See, look, I even have another one right here that did this. I didn't let it dry, see? And so that shouldn't be sticking, but I didn't let it dry, I didn't leave it open, and it is my mistake. But on this one, I can go over with that, and that should take care of that. It won't stick anymore. But, you know, just embrace it. Don't despair. It happens to all of us. It's part of a learning process. That's what I like to think of art is that it's part of a learning process. And learn techniques and things to do in it, and that's the fun of it. So I think it adds personality when they stick, or at least that's what I'm going to tell myself. I was looking for more pages in here that were sticking, but maybe I've lucked out. Oh no, oh, I got some texture back here. This one is texture. This one doesn't stick so bad though. Like these, you can kind of tell where they've been stuck. Oh, this one sticks bad, and I don't even know if this is going to work, but I'm going to actually doll it. This isn't even a complete page yet. So, but yeah, like that one, so cute, but it sticks. So if I really, really want to, wax paper can go in them. But anyway, thought I would share that little tip with you before I sign off tonight. I hope you guys enjoy this video. And if you're new to my channel, I hope you consider subscribing. And if you have any suggestions on what to do with Scribble Sticks, let me know down below, because tonight was my first night really playing with them in my art journal, and I thought that that was so much fun too. So I want to learn more about how to utilize the Scribble Sticks. Bye, Tamara. Okay, you guys, have a great night. I'm going to go catch my trashy show, which is before the 90 days. Oh, so bad. Night, guys.